with Building a Safer Evansville. With me today I have Lieutenant Reese and Officer Wickstrum from the Evansville Police Department. And we are going to talk about Dave's position as Senior Liaison Officer. Can you just give us a brief explanation of what your position is at the department?
Well, I came here as the court officer for the city of Evansville, and then a newly created position after I was here called the Senior Citizen Liaisons Officer. My position's part-time, and I maybe work 8 or 10 hours a week. And my position is meant to enhance the communications between the Evansville Police Department and the senior citizen population. Functions such as security, safety and security programming for educational purposes to lessen the vulnerability of our seniors being victimized and also enhance their feeling of security. Remember, Hannah, that our police department is always and will always stand ready to respond to calls for assistance from all our citizens, including our senior citizen population. If there's a problem of immediate nature, need to call the police department and the number, or the police department's number, or the 911 for any and all emergencies. I do not replace any current programs or services. I only exist to improve the communications from them to us.
So what will happen is if a senior citizen becomes a victim of a crime or has an in-progress event, they should still call 911 or the non-emergency number of 608-757-2244, and look at our 24-hour dispatch center, and they can speak with an officer. If one of our officers feel like they want to get this individual in contact with Dave, Officer Wickstrum, then they'll do that, and then he can do a follow-up when he comes in next with the senior citizen.
Okay. So it's just to enhance the communication between the police department and older citizens. So okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what motivated you to become the senior liaison?
Well, I've always done a lot with senior citizens, and I know you might take me for 35 years old, but I'm a senior citizen now myself. So I have a good understanding of seniors and their special circumstances and the needs they have. So it seemed to be a good fit with somebody that can understand and relate and belong to the police department and keep.
Okay. And what types of services or resources does the department provide for older adults in the community?
Well, all the normal things that police departments do, responding to emergencies, assistance, a lot of assisting, seniors. And currently, the department provides a drug take back, and has an event several times a year that we've been a part of. And so that serves everybody in the community, including our senior citizens. Made myself available to senior citizens to listen to their concerns and answer questions seniors may have concerning scams or safety concerns.
And we do have, what Officer Wickstrum has and what we have at the police department is additional resources such as getting advocates on the Rock County level through the ADRC, and getting you in touch with Dave, who can actually come to your house and meet with you if it's scheduled, and kind of provide these resources and ideas for the older citizens.
How has BASE assisted you since you've taken on the role of senior liaison?
I'm glad you asked it. BASE has been excellent, just with something just like this to kind of get our department out and show what we do. And currently BASE provides items like the drug lock boxes that my lieutenant has here, and which have been distributed to seniors in church. We've been to churches and healthcare events, and always with a partner with BASE. They've been there to set these up, and it's an excellent organization to be able to partner with.
Patrick, you just want to talk about those quick, and then
Sure.
the box too, drop box.
Sure. So the drop box is outside of our police department. It's available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. We accept any prescription medication over the counter in its original containers. We just don't accept sharps or liquids in that box. You can even drop your veterinarian medication off. But then Base has been kind enough to provide us these lock boxes. They have these timed pill cases, which allow you to see the last time you opened a medication. These are a bag that Base provides where you can put your medication in here and it breaks up the medication to be destroyed. And then there's these sort of like bank bags with a lock on them. So whatever's most convenient, Base supplies to us, and we can supply them to you, or they can be picked up at the Base office at 150 East Main Street in Evansville. I think it's worthy to note also that Dave does a lot of this stuff on his own time, not just police time. He visits with the manor and the nursing home. He plays the organ for them. He is out there meeting with coffee, trying to make these connections to the vulnerable seniors who don't always feel comfortable calling us, or they don't want to bother us, even though we don't mind them calling us. And so this is a way to try to get the message out that we do care about them and we have somebody dedicated to listening to them.
Okay, well, thank you guys for joining us today. For anyone in need of assistance or know someone in need of assistance, how would they contact you or the police department? I know we've already been over this, but if you just want to go over it one more time.
I have one of these.
Magnets.
Zoom in. We had seniors have, some of us as seniors have a difficult time reading business cards with small phone numbers. So when I see you, I probably have some of these, and if you're a senior, and we'll give you one of these for the refrigerator. The clear reason to contact me would be for information, to provide to me or to seek information I might have for you. I just want to clarify before we close out that we want you to continue to call the main number, forget the 48, that's my extension, to make sure that any time that you feel unsafe or you see a crime in progress or for any reason you need assistance, right now you need to call the main number, or God forbid if it's a serious emergency, make sure you dial the 911 and you'll get a chance to meet one of our officers instantly, not wait for Dave. Like I say, I feel the only disadvantage to the job is the 8 to 10 hours. So I'm really part-time, and it's very limited part-time. I do get out more than that to be with the community, but you know, if you left a message on extension 48, it could be several days before I would get it and get back to you. It's good for a lot of seniors have been providing information that they got, like a call from somebody saying they're the grandmother or grandchild scam, or that somebody has been around with the IRS, they're calling them. So it's really good. So I'm starting to become a resource that we know that these people are working the area, and we can then share that when I'm at some of the other events. I can share that, hey, the grandparent or the grandchild scam is here now. So make sure that when you get this call that you just hang up. And if you want to leave that message for me on something like that, just to let me know. I add that to my statistics that I keep in my head and make sure that I pass that along. That there's some of these scams, they work in an area. You know, it'd be all of a sudden Evansville, and they've learned to take and use a number. So I mean, years ago, people might have not answered a call that was outside of your district, but they learned. I think they call it spoofing or something like that, where they can actually use an Evansville number. So you get a number, a phone call. It says 882. Oh, it must be somebody local. You answer it, and you know it's grandma, grandpa. You know, I've been arrested. I need some money. So we keep track of when we hear these things, and then we get a chance, you know, at Creekside or someplace where I'm at, to make sure we pass that along. That hey, be careful, because the sheriff. That's another one. They had the warrants. You know, that the sheriff's got a warrant for your arrest, and if you send money right away, we won't come pick you up. So there's so many, and they seem to pick an area, like it's Evansville this week and Janesville next week. So it helps us know who's scamming this area at the time, and we can kind of make our seniors aware of it. You know, the senior population, I mean, some are really up with nowadays. They've got the cell phones and smartphones and things, and yet we still have some that have the home phone and they don't watch TV because, you know, it's all junk, and then they you know, they don't read the newspaper because my eyesight's getting bad. So, you know, we have to find ways to make sure we let everybody know. So if I'm at Creekside, we pass that on, and we hope that somebody else might possibly know somebody that's what I would call a shut-in, who doesn't get out and a whole lot.
So just an enhanced communication.
That's right.
Right.
Okay, well, I will go ahead and put the phone number for the Evansville Police Department in the description, as well as the Rock County Dispatch number. Thank you for joining us today, Officer Wickstrum and Lieutenant Reese.
Thank you, Hannah.
Thank you, Hannah, for having us.